This is the helpful lock picker here, and a video I have for you today is a challenge lock that was sent out to me. Let's see what we can find inside the package. Alright. Looks like a Schlage core. And let's see, we got a mummied up key. It says Hillman on it. Alright, we got the lock up in the vise and got the key still nicely mummied. I'm going to use top of the keyway tension in 50 thousandths and a standard hook in 25 thousandths. Let's see what it takes to get inside. I'm going to start in the back and try to work my way up. These Schlage keyways can be a little bit tough because if you want to use a 25 thousandths pick, you gotta really come in from the left side here, and it can take up a lot of room. But if you really want to try to go on midline, even like a 15 thousandths pick's a little bit too thick. So you just gotta kind of make do with what you got. But now these are certainly a lot different than the more open keyway like a quick set, but they're very manageable. They're just not my favorite thing to open. Typically if I'm faced with a Schlage, I assume it's all standard pens and I'll just rake it open with my Bogota style rake. It's usually my preferred method, but we're most likely not going to rake open a challenge lock. One thing I have noticed on this challenge lock so far is I keep oversetting the pins. Got a good false set right now. A good click. Let's see. Oh, counter rotation on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 6 pin back there. Alright, I feel like at this point I've overset something, so instead of restarting, I'm going to try to get them back down. I'm going to switch to bottom of the keyway tension for a second here. I'm going to lighten up on my tension a little bit. I'm just going to see if I can zip the lock and see if I get a couple of the pins to come back down. Got a little bit of a false step back. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, Okay, got a good false set. See what it's hung up on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's like pin 4. Somewhere back there. It just doesn't want to move. Give it one. See if we can get some more room by doing top of the keyway. Okay, that was pin 5, I think. And we're open. Alrighty. Alright, let's get this lock opened up. I'm really curious to see what's inside of it. Alright. Just going to zoom out here. Alright, thank you for sending me this my way. It was a fun little lock to get open. Now let's see what we need to get the back off. I need my Phillips head screwdriver. I'm going to try not to lock it up. Now I'm going to use a core shim just in case, depending on what's going on upstairs and downstairs. So let's just see what we get when we get this out. Okay. So I think what held me up the most on this lock is on the Schlage keyways, it doesn't really give you a ton of room to move around in, and I just have a feeling something was done to these key pins as well, just making them stick. Oh good, I was right, there was a 6th pin. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, pin 1 is a long key pin, and it's got a serration in it. Pin 2 is a long key pin, a short key pin, and that has a serration. Followed by 3 with some serration and a slight kind of like spool to it. 4's got some serrations on it, and it's kind of like spool-like. 5's kind of like serrated and somewhat spooled, and 6 is mostly serrated. Now, take a look at the upstairs here. So this was a serrated, lightly serrated driver pin. See if I can get that spring out. Looks like a steel spring. I'll figure it out after. 2 is just a commercial serrated. 1 looks like a commercial serrated that was maybe filed down. 3 is a spool with some serration on it. 4 is a it's like a commercial serrated. Pin 5 is half serrated, half spool. That's a really thin spool. That's pretty cool. And 6 is a spool. Now, I'd like to get these springs out in order here, but they don't seem to be cooperating with me, but we'll see if we can they will come. Don't want to damage them. This one looks a little maybe that's a double spring, or what's going on here? Is that just a kind of a, yeah, this one has a copper spring and like a steel spring kind of like woven into each other, maybe trying to make it a little bit stronger. I'll try to get out 2. It looks like the same situation, but I would hate to damage it to get it out, but that's what 2 looks like. 3 looks like a regular spring, but it's got a nice size to it. 4 regular spring. Going back to 5 here. That one's 5. 6 was the copper one. And let me see if I can get out this spring for you guys, and then I don't know if you can see, but this spring looks like it is seriously stuck inside of here. So I don't know. I'd hate to break it. Let me try one more time. Alright, I'm not gonna take out spring 2 because I don't want to break it, but let's get a close up of this key, and then you'll get a good look at the pinning. Then I will put this lock back together after, and I'll show you hopefully that this key does in fact operate the lock. But this was a fun little lock to open. I'm glad it was sent my way. Schlage locks can be a challenge at times. They are by far a lot more different than working on the typical quick set. That's the key right there. And now let's get a good close-up of the pinning. And looks like there was some threading on 2 and 3, which would really be good because that helped get you caught in those chambers. Let me see if I can get that to reflect with this flashlight. I don't know if that's showing up. And then doesn't look like they did anything on the inside. As a quick little update, I just didn't even notice at first. Pin 1's a pin and pin. That's pretty cool. Let's see if you can see that. Very cool. Alright, I got the lock mostly put back together with the key in it. So hopefully the key will work well once I have it all put back together. If anyone knows who made this challenge lock, I apologize. I've been very busy this month and I haven't been able to go back through all my messages on Reddit to figure out who sent this to me. I'd love to give you credit for it and add your name into the title if you want to just send me a private message and I can put that in. But either way, thank you so much for making it and sending it my way. My understanding was from the original person that made this lock, some more modifications were made since then. So let's see, it looks like the key does work. Sticks a little bit, opens up better clockwise than counterclockwise, but it does operate the lock. That was a really nice touch, putting a pin in chamber 1. I wasn't expecting that. All in all, this lock took me about, let's see, when I first opened the package here, I think I gave it like a 5-minute attempt and then I stopped it. And so I think this lock maybe took me about 15-20 minutes total to get open, which is pretty good. I think this was like my 3rd attempt. Either way, guys, if you have any challenge locks you'd like to send me and like me to try out, just send me a private message either through YouTube or through Reddit. And if anyone's interested in this lock as well, let me know and I'll try to send it out to you. If you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking it out, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.